All right, good evening and welcome to Breaking Today on this 22nd day of September, the year of our Lord 2021. My name is Frederick Muitiriri. My sign language interpreter tonight is Michael Maivia, and these are the highlights. Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru hints at joining UDA, where she will face fierce battle from Kirinyaga County Women Rep Purity Ngirishi for the gubernatorial seat. More than 26 million Kenyans will be voting in next year's general elections, even as IEBC says the elections might not be free and fair if funds are not availed in time. And over 30,000 young people have died or lost vision in the last 9 years after consuming cheap and illegal alcohol, Interior Ministry says. All right, welcome to the broadcast. We are live on our YouTube channel, that is Switch TV News. Now, we start off with IEBC, where Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC has officially announced enhancement of voter registration starting October 4th. The IEBC projects that more than 26 million Kenyans will be voting next year's general elections. However, the electoral body has cited a number of challenges that may derail preparations for the August 9th polls. Mariam Jahid filed this story.
The Electoral Commission is set to register at least 7 million new voters in October, with the voter registration process on the diaspora community set to start on December.
Those who want to be registered, please do so. All you need is have an identity card. The
IEBC has, however, cited lack of sufficient funds as a deterrent on critical preparation activities on the 2022 general elections.
The vendors also now then take advantage of this commission's urgency to catch up with the electoral cycle, and the combined effect of all this is to negatively impact then the work of the commission.
During a consultative forum with faith-based organizations, IEBC Chairman Ofula Chebukati has attributed the expensive pause to legislative framework governing the electoral process. Among the reasons why the 2017 presidential elections were nullified was due to technical hitches. Ahead of the 2022 polls, the Electoral Commission has highlighted inadequate technology infrastructure as a key challenge.
3G network, we cannot transmit election result forms. This is a problem we had in 2017.
The Electoral Commissioners have also decried on Parliament's failure to pass critical legislation to enable the Commission to prepare for the general elections. The IEBC Commission is planning to register approximately 6 million new voters, its youth becoming the largest target. Mariam Jahid, Switch TV, Nairobi.
We switch gears to Kirinyaga, where Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru has hinted on dumping the Jubilee Party and joining DP's Ruto's affiliated party UDA as she eyes re-election in the race for the Kirinyaga gubernatorial seat. Speaking while addressing her area residents, Waiguru says she will use the party of choice for the Kirinyaga people. The first-time governor has been a stern supporter of President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga, at the same time maintaining her strong critique towards the Deputy President William Ruto. Daniel Kariuki reports.
The political season has kicked off and the transfer stage has begun in earnest, Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru being one of the first to hint at making a shift from her Jubilee Party to DP Ruto's affiliated UDA.
Munataka nikuje na chama gani huku Kirinyaga? Nikuje na chama gani huku Kirinyaga? Nikikuja na hiyo chama mutanirudisha?
Defending her move, Waiguru stated that she was only following the electorate's wish in order to defend her gubernatorial seat.
Watu wangapi watanirudisha 2022 kama gavana wa Kirinyaga? Mutanirudisha? Mulinisikia nikisema mimi nasikiza watu wa Kirinyaga.
The move by the Kirinyaga governor was, however, expected to happen and was not a matter of if it will happen, but when. In September, she came out to criticize the Building Bridges Initiative, BBI, after the Court of Appeal nullified it, describing it as unpopular in the Mount Kenya region. She later claimed that her statement on the BBI had led to EACC summons, which she termed as political persecutions. Waiguru will now prepare to battle it out at party primaries if she chooses to join UDA with Kirinyaga woman rep Purity Ngirishi, who has been a stand DP Ruto and UDA supporter, who has also hinted on vying for the top county seat. NARC Kenya party leader Martha Karua has also hinted to eyeing the seat from one of the Mount Kenya region strongholds. Daniel Kariuki for Switch TV News.
Still on matters politics, Deputy President William Ruto has promised that UDA party nominations will offer free and fair and transparent opportunity for anyone wanting to fly the UDA party ticket in the run-up to the 2022 general elections. Speaking at his current residence in Nairobi while meeting youth from Mandera, Marsabit and Garissa counties, the DP further assured that his government, if he succeeds President Uhuru Kenyatta, will deliver policies that will help the youth start up businesses in the country.
Na wenye kuamua nani atakuwa cheo gani, nani atawania MCA, MP, wa mama county, senator, governor, wote wananchi wenyewe ndio wenye usemi wa mwisho. Tutakuwa na free, fair, democratic nominations.
2022 presidency will not be delivered by ethnic chieftains. It will be delivered by ordinary mwananchi. It will be delivered by hustlers. It will be delivered by young people like yourself.
All right, on matters now that touch all of us, as the conversation on the increase of fuel prices continue to heighten in the country, members of parliament are now calling for the resignation of Petroleum and Mining Cabinet Secretary John Munyes and his energy counterpart Charles Keter, due to failure to show up for questioning by the National Assembly yesterday. Meanwhile, two citizens who went to court over the rise in the fuel prices have asked Parliament to move with haste to avert a potential crisis in the country. Flora Limuki with the story.
In a petition filed by two citizens, Anthony Manyara and John Wangai, calling for urgent address on the drastic increase in prices of petroleum products by abolishing the current 8% value-added tax, National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi has asked the Finance and National Planning Committee to table a draft to amend the law within 14 days.
So sisi kauli letu ama jambo ambalo tunataka ni ya kwamba hiyo fuel levy itoke 8% irudi zero. Mbeleni these petroleum and petroleum products zilikuwa na 0% of fuel levy. So tuna expect irudi hapo.
At the same time, members of parliament are now calling for the resignation of the two cabinet secretaries, John Munyes of Petroleum and Mining and Charles Keter of Energy, due to their failure to heed to the National Assembly's summon.
A cabinet secretary shall attend before a committee of the National Assembly or the Senate when required by the committee and answer any question concerning a matter for which the cabinet secretary is responsible. For purposes of the invitation regarding the two cabinet secretaries,
Anthony Manyara, one of the petitioners, now says that if the Finance Committee fails to reduce the fuel prices within the stipulated time, they will move to a higher court in a bid to fight for the rights of the common mwananchi.
Kama mambo ambayo yata affect huyo mwananchi, inafaa kwanza mconsult, inafaa mfanye public participation. National Assembly pale wanafaa kuwa kwanza wa kufuatilia the Constitution of Kenya, ya kwamba kitu yote ambayo ina involve mwananchi wa kawaida lazima pia umconsult.
A week after IPRA announced the increase in fuel prices, pressure continues to pile on members of parliament to fight for the reduction of value-added tax on petroleum products, even as Kenyans continue to face the challenges of the pandemic. Flora Limuki, Switch TV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Limuki. Now, Danstan Omari, the defense counsel for the first accused suspect in the ongoing case against 6 police officers accused of killing 2 brothers in Kirinyaga in Embu County last month, has argued that civil groups were not enjoined in the case and bail hearing should not have been postponed to Friday. Our reporter Scott Morioki spoke to the defense lawyer Danstan Omari and prepared the following report.
On the question of the victims,
Omari says that civil groups, such as the Kenya Human Rights Commission, that stated that they had not been served the application for bail, are not supposed to be part of the case in the first place.
Not a big issue. This matter has been captured by the civil society. The civil society has made it to the nation that these accused, the 6 people, beat up and killed the young men. We have evidence that the 2 boys jumped.
He also accused the Law Society of Kenya of having 2 entities, since he claims they were sent the bail application, but the representative in court had not received it.
The question we raised is, who do we serve? LSK has 2 people, 2 functions. One headed by Nelson Havi, the other one headed by Mercy Wambua. We had a stamp that we served LSK. But the LSK that was in court is a different LSK.
The bail hearing has been proposed to Friday to allow the prosecution enough time to adequately prepare the case against the officers. The case against the 6 police officers accused of killing the Kenjokoma brothers drags on after the bail hearing was postponed. Reporting for Switch TV News in Nairobi, I am Scott Murioki.
Thank you, Scott. Now, over 30,000 youths have lost their lives as a result of consuming illicit brew in the country over the last 9 years. In this regard, the government has launched a 30-day crackdown on illicit brew. And as Robert Ouma is reporting, since the start of the crackdown, thousands of liters of illegal brew have been destroyed in various counties, with brewers and vendors being brought to book.
The government's order on the fight against illicit brew in the country on the 8th of September 2021. 12 days later, the results are slowly showing up. The crash has sharply taken effect in the coastal region, with the counties of Mombasa, Kilifi, Taita Taveta and Athi River greatly feeling the heat, as the government, in collaboration with multi-agency teams, unveiling the core of the mess.
Pombe ambao meet the standards ambao zinakuwa required, so that tusipoteze, because tumeona kwamba wananchi wengi sahihi tunapoteza wananchi wengi kupitia kwa utumiaji pombe ambao imechanganywa na vitu ambavyo tuseme vingine ni kama kuna sumu.
Earlier today in Mlolongo in Machakos County, police officers have arrested 3 bank peddlers, destroying approximately 200 liters of illicit brews. In Kiambu County, the crackdown continues.
These 3 months, mujipange. If you bribe, weka pesa mingi, because we are coming. If you fight, weka nguvu nyingi ukule ugali, because we are coming for you.
This move comes after a number of deaths were reported as a result of consumption of illicit brews and alcohol in Nakuru County. Robert Ouma, Switch TV News.
Thank you, Robert. Now, a rather sad story. A red alert has been raised in Kiambu County following the high rate of HIV transmission from mother to child following late HIV testing. The rate of HIV cases in Kiambu County alone stands at 9%, while nationally the HIV rate stands at 10.8%. This worrying statistic evidently showing that there is a need to revise the framework of prevention of mother-to-child transmission, as Harriet Chimea is now reporting.
With the national rate of HIV cases from mother to child stand at 10.8%, in Kiambu County alone, the rate stands at a worrying 9%, a trend that, if not checked, is a ticking time bomb.
In most cases, you find that these women, most of them don't have one partner, and with assuming that she's not going to the clinic for the first trimester and maybe waiting for the second or third trimester, that is close to delivering the baby, that is when they get to know their HIV status.
According to the National AIDS and STI Control Program, NASCOP, the menace is not only in Kiambu County but has spread to other counties. As at now, the national government is working closely with the counties with an aim of bringing the infection rates to below 5%.
For the HIV positive mothers, if they want to conceive, we want to talk to them so that they can be taken their viral load, and then we can be able to know whether it is safe for the child that is going to be born.
To achieve the reduction of cases, the county government of Kiambu has embarked on community-based prevention of mother-to-child transmission across 60 wards so as to ensure that the information on prevention trickles down to households. Meanwhile, on COVID-19, the country has recorded 401 cases with 10 fatalities and 259 recoveries. Reporting for Switch TV, my name is Harriet Chimea.
From that story by Harriet, now we are taking a short commercial break. But remember, we brought you inside Somalia. And now we have crossed borders. We've gone to Botswana. In a short while after this commercial break, we'll be bringing you inside Botswana. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back. Now, the Kalahari Highway is not only famous that it cuts through three countries, that is Namibia, Botswana and South Africa. Rather, the road passes through some of the wildest and most uninhabited regions of Southern Africa. The off-track is home to the Namib and Kalahari deserts and the Okavango Delta, just to name a few. In today's episode, our crew of Kibiso Mulanda, Jidraf Mbugwa and Calvins Ogola take you right into the Kalahari Desert.
As my colleagues were enjoying the beautiful view of the city from atop Room 52 Hotel, yours truly was... Okay, guilty as charged. I was late for breakfast on the first day of the tour. Oh Lord, who does that? Can I blame this on the time difference with Kenya? I was also distracted by this at the restaurant door. Forgiven. Forgiven, right? Great. By the way, Gaborone is within Central Africa time zone. Simply put, 1 hour behind Nairobi, East Africa time. So this is day 1 and the start of a whirlwind tour of the beautiful country that is Botswana. Our first stop, Gaborone. First up, quick breakfast. Then check out. It is now time to meet our hosts on this exhilarating adventure.
Okay, welcome to Botswana, guys, and welcome to Botswana Red Cross. I see you've met my colleague.
Chanana and Potso from Botswana Red Cross Society will journey with us. This is a humanitarian mission that will see us traverse the interior of Botswana. So, to-do list counter check done. Then, off we go. Here's the deal. Let us explore the country first, then we will come back and turn Gaborone upside down. Right? Cool.
This is a village called Mogodishan.
This is a posh village.
Okay, before we go too far, let me explain the administrative structure of Botswana to avoid confusion. Botswana is divided into 10 administrative districts, each represented by a district commissioner. The districts are further divided into sub-districts, then into villages. Whereas in Kenya, a village naturally denotes a rural setting, in Botswana, it is purely administrative. We are now on the famous Trans-Kalahari Highway, 1,300 kilometers of road that runs through 3 countries, Namibia, Botswana and South Africa. This road is famous for its sceneries, including the world-acclaimed places to visit, the Okavango Delta, the Namib Desert, and not forgetting the Kalahari Desert. Close to 60 kilometers later, driving in a northwesterly direction, welcome to Molepolole. Also known as the gateway into the Kalahari, Molepolole is the largest village in Botswana with an approximate population of 70,000 people. Molepolole is in Kweneng district. Now, you remember what I told you, right? Villages here are purely administrative. Don't get it twisted. The drive to Hang is quite interesting. Purely large areas unexplored. Most time, the vehicle has to slow down for livestock. All through the 400-kilometer journey, cattle, horses, donkeys, sheep, goats are all over. Yes, I said horses, as opposed to Kenya, where horses have a class attachment and not very common. Here, horses are everywhere. Oh, and about the cattle, and to put this into perspective, raising cattle is by far the most profitable farming activity in Botswana. The beef industry is very well established, with 95% of the production being exported, much of it to Europe. This is actually a running joke here. Cattle outnumber the people population. And this has been fodder for some interesting jokes. Savage. Well, finally, we arrive at Hang, to a grand reception, I must add. Let us explore Hang a bit more.
Hang is in Kalahari. Kalahari is a district and one of the well-developed. This is actually a great development. You see it at night because all these are solar powered. Yes. The whole village, or you guys don't call it a village, okay, let's say a township for now. The whole town is literally under has power at night because of the street lights, which are solar powered. It's not the case with most places around the country. They actually even call it a solar city because of the solar panels.
This is actually well-to-do with many amenities unlike what you'd find in other villages.
Government facilities, you have your primary hospital here. A primary hospital would be not the fully fledged bigger version of the hospital, but also it's bigger than a clinic. You also get your police here, which are not in every village around. There's a senior secondary school here. That's how you can tell the place is quite big. We have primary, junior and senior. So others will come from the other villages to attend the senior here and board. So mainly they are boarding school.
Grocery shopping is well served by ShopRite and Choppy's supermarkets, quite recognizable brands in Kenya too.
Then we have what we call a khotla. Khotla would be the elder in the village, the chief. This is where the administrative part of the chief's side is done.
And that's not all. There is an airstrip, and not quite in use, but functional. Let's end the quick tour with a visit to our host, shall we? Why are we here again? We are here to identify some Botswana Red Cross Society projects of note and profile them. That should be enough for today, right? Let us retreat to our little haven for the night. I can confirm we have not carried any animals with us. Next week, we will have a lot in store for you. What is the staple food in Botswana? Why is there a water pan next to every city, town or village? Then we will go visit the Bushmen.
Did you know that Botswana is regarded as a corruption-free country? And these guys are rich in diamond, gold, and corruption-free. Tujipe nguvu. We'll get there someday. It's time for business. Now, tourism stakeholders at the South Coast have lauded the decision by the UK government to remove Kenya from the red list that restricted travel of citizens of both countries. In April, Kenya was included in the UK red list as among the countries considered either risky for having high cases of COVID-19 or poor surveillance of cases to prevent infection. However, last week on Friday, the UK moved Kenya and 7 other countries from its red list to the amber list, which has now eased the travel restrictions for travelers. The decision, which has taken effect starting today, has been received positively by hotel owners at the South Coast.
I think we've been waiting with bated breath for this news. It's been some time. The UK is one of our biggest source markets for tourism in this country, and especially even here for Diani Reef. The UK has been supporting us a lot with tourists from the UK. So for us, we're extremely happy that Kenya is finally off the red list. It's taken a long time, but at least we're finally off.
To what I love most in this bulletin, Tusker are the FKF Super Cup champions after beating Gor Mahia 8-7 on penalty.